Hello everyone, I'm Nate and welcome to the channel. Today we are going to be taking a look at the Recess First Base. This is a yo-yo that's been out for quite a while, of course, and many of you probably know it very well. But this edition here I have is a collaboration between Recess and Revelation Records. First Base has been out for years, and there are many different colorways. I have owned probably at least a half a dozen of those over the years. I believe I do have a video that was out a few years back kind of comparing some of the best plastics, and I still would say this is one of the best plastics that is readily available. And I consistently, for those who have never picked up a yo-yo or haven't bought one, especially for like parents who are wanting to get a yo-yo for their kid that don't want to spend a lot of money and not sure if their kid's going to like it or not, I often recommend the First Base. I think it's a really great price point. Of course, it's a nice plastic. It also has a half-spec C bearing as well that I won't be playing with, but it did come with this one, and you can swap that out to make it fully responsive and tug responsive. So right out of the box, it's really great for a beginner. But I also think it's very capable for a little bit more advanced tricks too. So it can be a yo-yo that grows with you. And there's a lot of yo-yos out there like that, but I think the First Base is one of the best that has ever done it. And it continues to be so, even after all these years. Again, this is a collaboration between Recess here and Revelation Records. Revelation Records, I did not know anything really about them, but just briefly, they are a recording label, and they believe they specialize in mostly punk and hardcore, right up my alley. Yeah, some great bands there, so definitely check them out if you are into that kind of genre of music. But yeah, this is it's just in their colorway, right? So these colors, this iconic yellow and the black here is very much, if you go onto Revelation Records website, you're going to see most things in this colorway. So it definitely is a really cool collaboration. I think that's going to kind of open up maybe the door between those two worlds. And I think skill toy world in particular and music world can go really well together, like peanut butter and jelly or chocolate and peanut butter, or you know, whatever your vibe is. But yeah, the Recess, if you don't know much about it, let's kind of just break it down really quickly. I would say it's organic. It's a little bit of a blend. It's mostly organic, right? But it's a touch, maybe like a 10% of an H shape, because the gap here is really nice as far as like kind of being a little bit more of a competitive, not competitive, that's not the right word, but a little bit more performance focused rather. And there's a little bit of a step here, so you know, there's a little less string drag, so it's got a little bit of a wall, just a tiny one, and that's really nice. It's, again, a nice blend between kind of comfort and a little bit of performance. So again, a yo-yo that is kind of go from the first throw and very basic tricks to more advanced and binds and all that stuff, of course. It's a little bit rim weighted for plastic. You know, you're not going to get a ton of rim weight on a solid plastic yo-yo. But as far as, you know, what it's capable of doing, I've always enjoyed the Recess for its playability. Pretty stable, decent spin times for a plastic. It's going to get the job done. And if you are a collector of their colorways, because again, there are tons of colors, you're definitely going to want to pick up the Revelation Records edition here. All right, let's go ahead and toss it around. If you've owned many of these like I have, you probably know how it plays, but let's go ahead and play it anyways and talk about its play and feel on the string. With it being incredibly cold out here today, I think the high is like 20 degrees. I don't yo-yo outside much in the winter. I do like to do my reviews out here because of the light and all that. But if I'm going to yo-yo outside at all just for fun, I'm probably going to cling to something like a plastic yo-yo. So if you don't have a good plastic yo-yo in your collection for these cold winter days, you might want something like the Recess First Base. Of course, with that organic, it's going to be a nice, comfortable catch in the hand, really nice and smooth there. Regens are actually pretty smooth. I mean, as far as a plastic yo-yo, it's pretty much as smooth as it's going to get. It's not like going to be dead smooth. It's not going to be like CNC metal machine smooth, but it's going to be smooth enough. If you put a nail to it, you're going to feel it. But if you played a plastic yo-yo before, that's kind of par for the course. Yeah, the Recess is always just a really fun yo-yo to play. If you don't have one, my goodness, I don't know what you've been doing. If you've been yo-yoing for a long time, the yellow and black looks great, classic. Revelation Records seems like a really cool collaboration as well. Definitely check them out. I'll have a link in the description to all things Recess, and I'll have a link in the description to Revelation Records as well, just so you can check them out. If you like this kind of content, make sure you like, subscribe, and all of that stuff. I do have a Patreon I've just started. If you like this kind of content, that is probably the best way to support me. Definitely check that out. I've been trying to update that. It's brand new. We're gonna see how it goes. It's still kind of in the, I don't know if I'm gonna continue doing it, but hey, we're doing it. We're gonna try it out. Anyways, definitely check that out. I have a link in the description to all that stuff as well. And that's gonna do it for my review of the Recess First Base collaboration between them and Revelation Records. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.